What's up, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video. It's been a while. I missed the last time, but we're back at it better than ever. And it's a new year. It's new me. We're going to be posting every Saturday. So don't you worry. We will have a video out for you guys. Our goal is to hit 1K by the end of this year. I know we can do it. We've grown so fast. I know it's completely possible. So I appreciate so much of your support. Even though I've been gone, I've still gained subscribers. And I cannot thank you enough. So I know I've had a couple suggestions for car battles, and I'll put those on the screen here right now. I'm going to be doing those very, very soon. But today I wanted to get out my last big suggestion that I really wanted to do, which is the compact car segment. So without further ado, let's get right into it with number one on my list. Alright, so number one on my list is the 2022 Honda Civic. Now, I love this redesign. It looks so sporty and so sophisticated at the same time. Now, I like the last generation, but this one I find it looks a lot more grown up, and it kind of is taking some design style from the Accord, which is a beautiful thing. I'm really liking how they kept those front LEDs, and the front looks so aggressive. I love it. And yeah, the LEDs are so beautiful, and I love these wheel designs. They're very nice, especially compared to some of the ones in the segment. And I love it's subtle, but the body lines are really nice. Trunk turtles in the mirrors, of course. The back end is also very clean. Halogen turn signals, of course, on the back. And yeah, the back's very clean. I love how it kind of like the spoiler kind of like goes up. So beautiful. All right, let's hop in and go for a drive. Here's the startup. As well as your hazards for the back and the front. Of course, you've already seen them, but here's another good look. Here are your running lights for the back, as well as the headlights when the running lights are on. And this vehicle does have fog lights equipped, but they are not working in the game yet with the control of N on your keyboard. Here is the horn. A little bit economy car soundish, definitely fits the vehicle. Definitely not a truck horn, that's for sure. Anyway, let's go for a drive. Alright, so first of all, pulling out of this parking lot, I really also just love the look of the back of this car. It's really nice to look at when you're driving. And not only that, this car is actually pretty good for speed, and the way it handles around the corners is actually really nice. That's one thing I really do like about the Civic and all the cars in this class, is that the size of them is perfect, so they handle really well around the corners. That's something that I love when I'm driving a vehicle. So yeah, we're getting some turn signal action here as we go around the corner. Let's test up the top speed here as we go by CNX. You can see those lights in action. They look very nice. Now, it is a little bit of a slow pickup, but it does have a lot higher speed than some of the vehicles that we're going to be putting it up against. So that is something to think about if you want to have a higher top speed. The performance is not there, but the speed is. So here's a braking test. 134 is the top. The braking is very good. It does get you down. A little bit of a skid there. All right, on to the next vehicle. All right, so next vehicle we're going to be taking a look at is the Nissan Sentra. Now, I love the Nissan Sentra. Before, it was kind of like had a really old design, but ever since they changed it to this new design, it looks so good. I love the headlights, LEDs on the front, which are very nice. Very nice wheels, but I do prefer the Honda wheels over these. But they still are a nice design, and I love the black roof on the Sentra and the chrome there, and I love how it has like the folding roof design when you have like a color on the top. And yeah, it definitely, I don't know if I prefer this or the Civic, probably the Civic, but this has some really nice body lines as well. Very clean back end as well. LED turn signals on the back, of course. Very good looking vehicle. We'll hop in and test everything out. Alright, here's the startup. Return those for the back and front, of course, as well as your running lights. Running lights for the back, as well as your headlights for the front. No fog lights equipped on this vehicle. And your horn is actually kind of like ear-piercing. It's quite loud. Alright, let's go for a drive in the Sentra. Now, like I said with the Civic, I love the handling of this, of these smaller vehicles. This one does, in the proportions side, does look a little bit smaller than the Civic, but the Civic did grow with the latest generation. So, and this has been out for quite a few more years than this latest Swift generation has, so I can see why this might be a little bit shorter, but definitely in design, it can keep up with the Civic. I mean, the Civic and Corolla are kind of like the main competitors, but Nissan is trying to show, same as Hyundai and Kia, that they can make a pretty dang good car, and they can. Like, the design on this is really good. And I really do, like I said earlier, I really do like the dual tone roof. And speediness is actually getting up a little bit more than the Civic. I was having some issues on the hill there, but now that we're on flat ground, it is taking speed, but a little bit lower at accelerating in the higher speeds. You're gonna reach a top speed of 111. Of course, you're braking. It does brake very quick though. That is something to think about. Alright, so next taking a look at the Elantra. This is my favorite, other than the Corolla and Civic. After the Corolla and Civic, this is my favorite compact car. The design is so cool. I love the wheels. They do such a good job, and the front with the turntables into the grille. I don't know, this car, all the body lines too, just everything about it is just so futuristic and so nice. Like, look at the curves into the side of the car there. Like, it's just crazy. It's almost like a triangle, like an intersecting triangle. And I love the light bar, and I love how it kind of comes back. It's almost like a fastback sedan. It's a very, very nice looking car, a very upscale looking car for it being in the compact segment, which I actually quite like. And just basically how it almost kind of like, see like the back there, how it kind of like ducks out, so cool. Anyway, we'll hop in. Here's a startup. This is a hybrid, so it's not going to have much sound. This is for the front and back, of course, as well as your headlights and running lights on the back. Love the bar. No fog lights equipped on this vehicle, and here is your horn. Alright, let's go for a drive. Now, the Elantra is, of course, a hybrid, like I said, so you are going to get that savings of gas up until 30. Of course, you can see the engines kick in now. And this vehicle is actually quite fast, so if you're looking for something that's on the sporty side, this is definitely one to check out. Now, on its own, being, like, this is the limited hybrid trim, on its own, this one is quite peppy. But if you go for the N-Line, that's really going to be sporty. It is a little bit more, but that is really going to give you the sporty, look, it's kind of have, like, gray backlights with a black spoiler. And look at how fast it's getting to speed compared to the Civic and the Sentra. It's crazy. We're reaching a top speed of 123.
What? Child. Anyway, so.
And there I just jumped out of my car. Okay. 1 second. We have technical difficulties. Let's just respawn that and we'll try that again. Alright, so this car's pretty quick, so it doesn't take long to get back up to speed. Alright. There's braking. Very good for the speed it was at. Very, very good. Alright, on to the next vehicle. Right, so next one, this is the Corolla. You can't make a compact car battle without the Corolla. I mean, it is kind of one of the kings of this segment. I love the look of the front of it. LEDs on, of course. This is the XSE trim, so it's kind of like the sporty. Beautiful wheels, LEDs, mirror. And I love, this has got a recent revamp. So the detail of like the little diffuser and vents down there looks so good. This has a little trunk lid spoiler too on the top trim, which is kind of nice. It's the only kind of one that has that I'm showing in this video. So if you're looking for something sporty, this is a great one if you're looking at the top trim. There is other sporty trims for the other vehicles though, of course. And yes, I really do like the design of the Corolla. It's always my favorite. I actually have the LE Hybrid in my garage, but I want to make this comparison fair. We'll hop in. Here is the startup. Tortillas for the back, as well as the front of the vehicle. Here are your headlights, as well as your running lights on the back. I like all the LEDs. And no fog lights are equipped on this vehicle. Here's your horn. Alright, let's go for a drive in the Corolla. Alright, so pulling off in the Corolla, I honestly, it's just one of my favorite cars to have around. And my favorite My favorite daily driver, as I said, I have the LE hybrid. I love the hybrid. It's so fun to drive around, and it is a peppy little car, honestly. I've always liked the Corolla. I really want them to bring the older generations. Like they already have some of the older ones, of course. But the recent generation before this, like the 2017 kind of looking version, I really want them to bring that to the game. I really like that version. This is probably a car I'd like to get IRL, honestly. It's a super nice car. I always love the design of it. And the speed, it is a little bit quicker than the Civic, but it is not going to win any races, especially compared to the Elantra in the performance department. But it is getting up there. It's taking a little bit, but it's coming. Don't worry. So what are we going to get at? 121. That's not bad. Here's your braking. All those DRLs on the front. Very good for the braking, of course. So last for the battle today is the Mazda 3 sedan. Now, I love the Mazda 3. As you can see, I have my Mazda 3 plate on it. I love the Mazda 3, so I always have it in my garage as well as the Civic and the Corolla. I love the signature wheels on this. This is actually my own iteration of Soul Red Crystal Metallic. So when in game is a little bit too like bright, so I made my own iteration of it, and I love it. Like Soul Red Crystal Metallic on a car, so nice. There's your LED turn signals on the back, of course. There. Beautiful body lines. I love the back turn signals. That's probably my favorite. This is probably my favorite turn signals on a car out of all of these. Anyway, we'll hop in. Here's the startup. Of course, your turn signals for the back as well as the front. Very slim and trim. Here is, I love those LED running lights. They're so mean looking. There's your headlights and your taillights. Love them, of course. And no fault gets equipped on this vehicle, and here is your horn.
But I.
Well, for a small little car, they're definitely going to know you're there. There's no need to worry or doubt about that. Yeah, so I love the Mazda. The ride in these are so refined IRL. And I don't know, when I drive in this, I just feel like it's such like a refined and like luxury brand for like a lower price, honestly. So if you're like something really classy looking, this is definitely one to go for if you're into like the luxury look. And knowing that you're having all those high finishes on the interior when you drive this around in the game, I mean, in the back of my head for some vehicles, and this one is one that really shows that. And I always go for the signature. I love the signature trim. I have all my Mazdas in the signature trim, of course. And I just love the mean look of this on the front. Like, I can never get enough of it. Like, I haven't, like, somebody in my family has a Mazda, and the front of it, they have the CX-5 in the front of it. It's just so mean looking. And yeah, so we're actually getting a higher top speed here. 139, which is super good. 140 we hit. All right, let's try the braking and see what we're gonna get here. All the cars in this segment did very good for braking, as well as this one. Alright everyone, I hope you have enjoyed the video today. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video down below. It helps me out a ton. Don't forget our goal of 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2023. We can do it. We can do it. I know you can. Brays Place Fam is the best. And without further ado, it's been Brays Place, and peace out.